we've had enough time to really delve into their relationship. And it's really exciting now to see how far they've come. And by season 8, we now have a sort of secondhand knowledge of how each other work in a different language, don't we? And just like Roger and Brie do. So it kind of just happens naturally now.
Hello, lovely people. How are we?
Hey, we're good. How are you?
Tatiana and Jamie and
who are those people behind you?
Oh, they are your parents, actually.
Mm.
Speaking of them, I love that the tagline, or one of the taglines for the season is "When do you belong?" Because it seems like such an important question for Brianna. Now that you've spent so much time with Jamie and Claire, found your family again, but also built this family with Roger, how divided are you feeling this season?
Yeah, I think for Brianna, I mean, she and Roger decided at one point, or the Stones decided for them, that home is where the heart is. And for Brie, she really grew up without a solidified family, and she's finally found one, and it's ever growing. And it's a great place for her kids to have grandparents, something she never got. But this season, it's less about when they belong and more about when they have to be. There's something that happens this season that massively dictates the rest of Roger and Brianna's life, doesn't it? And their location and their time. And it's a force that they can't control nor decide. It's an inevitable move. So yeah, that's kind of more it for Roger and Brie, I would say. It's it's less in their hands.
And Richard, I think were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say it's inevitable. Sounds like from like X-Men or something.
Or from Outlander season 7.
Or from Outlander season 7, yeah.
Richard, I find it fascinating that even though you're for Outlander, a modern man, you're more traditional. Like Roger is more traditional than, say, even Jamie, who kind of just like lets Claire dictate what is going to happen. So how does that affect Roger as the family grows this season? And Brianna is a very independent woman.
Oh yeah, nobody gets to let Brianna do anything. She's doing it.
Yeah, there's no arguing with Brianna. That's usually a bad idea. So I think Roger's learned that. It's like, just don't argue with Brianna. But I think, I don't know, Roger's come a long way. I think, he was kind of caught up in his traditional values. I think he's quite a kind of an old soul even for his own time at points. I think it comes from his sort of quiet, sort of quasi-religious upbringing, which has kind of informed that sort of traditional stance that he likes to try and take. It comes from a place of his sort of values and his own sort of perceived integrity, I think. But I think he's come a long way since that, and I think he's moved along, a lot way. I think his values are now very different. I think he's a much more well-rounded and patient man. I think their relationship has come a hell of a long way, and I think there's a much deeper understanding and a great sort of back and forth and communication between Roger and Brie now. I think these, Roger being caught up and set in his ways are a thing that has kind of long since passed, maybe a couple of seasons ago. I think he's more pliable, more versatile in his ability to adapt to his kind of surroundings and his time.
And for both of you, how do you adapt from season to season as the relationship progresses? How does your chemistry and your partnership on off-screen develop?
I think what's great about a show like this is that you work together for so long that you almost get the relationships of your characters too, in terms of Roger and Brianna have grown closer, we've grown closer, and so we've had enough time to really delve into their relationship. And it's really exciting now to see how far they've come. And by season 8, we now have a sort of secondhand knowledge of how each other work in a different language, don't we? And just like Roger and Brie do. So it kind of just happens naturally now. We know their minds and their relationship so well that it's just like slipping back into season. It's like putting on an old shoe. Isn't it?
Like an old shoe.
An old shoe. Comfy shoe.
Perfect.
Old shoe. Where's my old
shoe? iOS.
Thank you both so much. I very much enjoy your dynamic and your comfy shoeness. So
there you go.
I can't wait to see more of it. Have a great day.